So we here, y'all. We here. We got some stuff to talk about. We got some things to talk about. Yeah. One thing we got to talk about: 15 cities that could be underwater. They say 2050. They say in 2030. They say in 2040. Nobody really knows. We check it. Got to get into it. Right here we go. 15, 15 cities. 15 cities. Got 15 cities. Oh, share screen. Let me try it again. Let's see if y'all see it now. Maybe I gotta share it differently. What I'll do is let's try it this way. That's just it. That's what we're gonna do. All right. Well, if y'all want to check this out, there's 15 cities that could be underwater by 2050. Um, and that is Bangkok, Thailand. As you see, Bangkok stands as the world's most vulnerable city to sea level rise with an average elevation of just 1.5 meters above sea level. Thailand's sprawling capital, home to roughly 11 million people, is already paying a devastating price for climate change. So they are definitely, looks like it could be approximately uh, Thailand's population lives in areas that may be underwater by 2050. So it may not be the whole area, just maybe certain areas in that area. Then we got Jakarta, Indonesia. Um, this one has a distinction of being the fastest sinking city in the world, dropping at a rate of 6.7 inches per year, with researchers predicting that 95% of North Jakarta will be submerged by 2050. So that city might not make it, but that says the north side, so it might be, might still survive for the whole city, I mean for the whole area. Um, the combination of rapid urban development, excessive groundwater pumping, and rising sea level has created a perfect storm of destruction. So that's what they predicted. Then we got Miami, Florida, Miami, uh, Miami's beach, Miami's beach, sun-soaked repetition, masks a terrifying reality lurking beneath its floor, beneath its glamorous surface. Northwest hot sunny days and incredible nightlife. Miami won't be around for long, but environmental writer Jeff Godell predicting Miami will be underwater sooner than expected, suggesting that when flooding starts washing away the beaches, it will be too expensive for the government to maintain them. We got New Orleans, which carries the weight of history and the burden of geography that makes it exceptionally vulnerable to rising waters. If sea levels continue to rise, the outskirts of the skinny city could be overtaken, with the Climate Central report pointing to an 89% risk of at least one flood over 6 feet taking place between today and 2050 New Orleans. We got Mumbai, India. The financial capital of India is at risk of being submerged by 2050, according to NASA warnings, being one of the 12 cities in India threatened by rising sea levels. And we'll get to the next few on the interlude. All right. Yeah, 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 yeah. Okay, okay. Yeah, yeah. I started off the surfer clean. Coming at him like, don't be holding back and spitting lean. I got the runs and they coming clean. That's like the if they need it, please. You just shake them down with the knees. Make up a little bit up to me. Yeah, I don't think they get me yet. Blowing up the spliff and I think they didn't see me yet. Until I gave them it and playing with the grass growing. Now they feel like they mind flowing. I got that time going. I got the thing that they don't know what they do. And they could be really flowing in a pot of like spice. But they put it with the sugar. I get it all kind of sweet and sour. Make it all power. I give you more showers in per hour. I'm a damn not I've never been a coward. I a shoot a coward. I can trade down. I got that bomb, boy, and then boom down. No, just for the ones who are straight around. Because their ears can't open up right now. So I start to do. I got a microwave, and that's the microwave. I see it the microwave, and I got the microwave. I spit it 1, 2, 3, 4 new ways. Can you see my eloquent flows? I got that heavenly oil. I I got that heavenly God, that mind goal, that the flip that I have told. And if I got to, I'm even more spread with the 4 the damn door, and I'm witnessing my own thinking. And I just thought that I never had a thinking that the thing, boy, in my nose, boy, let it flick like I had a nice tick, boy, like the click, boy, from BALLEJO. I got that thing, though, but I grew up on the B side, where everybody straight lied, and they cried, and they straight hated, straight racist faces, left penny cases, left you penny races. I got that penny faces, and I never stop. I give you penny raises and penny praises for what they saying. But yeah, back to it though. Let's get some real quick. You feel me? So 15 cities where we are. We are Mumbai, India. India, they said, is about to go under. The financial capital of India is at risk of being submerged by 2050, according to NASA, warning of being one of the 12 coastal cities in India threatened by rising sea levels. So that's that. It also has report the city already experiencing flooding during monsoon season. And the IPCC predicts increased rainfall, this century, while rising temperatures and more common extreme weather events. While a McKinsey India report predicted that flash flood intensity will increase by 25% by 2050, a 0.5 meter sea level rise will affect 2 to 3 billion people living within a kilometer of the coast. Man, that's crazy. We got Venice, Italy, the floating city that has enchanted visitors for centuries faces the ironic fate of drowning in its own element. In November 2019, Venice witnessed its water levels in 50 years, with 90% of the city flooded, with promoting the testing of Moss floodgate system, 78 gates designed to protect the lagoon during high tides. Venice is sinking at a rate of 0.8 inches every year, while rising sea level global adds to the problem. The city suffers from coastal erosion, groundwater pumping. Despite engineer efforts, the city's fate hangs in the balance faster than human inhibition can match. Shanghai, China. Shanghai, the financial capital of China, and the country's most populous city, is particularly vulnerable to ocean flooding as it lies relatively low, similar to the nearby Jiangsu province. The economy powerhouse faces mounting pressures from global and sea level rises and local subsidies. Shanghai authorities are putting enormous stock in adaptation strategies for good reason, since by 2050, the city is expecting to experience flooding and rainfall that is 20% higher than the global average. And then you got Ho Chi Minh City in Vietnam. According to the Climate Center projections, all of southern Vietnam may be underwater by 2050. That's crazy. But yeah, let's go back. So 8 million people live in Vietnam, center where many historical cultural attractions may be lost forever. The vibrant city that survived war now faces the enemy and cannot defeat through human will alone. Cannot defeat through human will alone. Floods ravage Vietnam's largest cities every year, and they're becoming more disruptive, with 45% of the city lying less than a meter above sea level, while rapid development in groundwater pumping has caused subsidence, with the city having sucked a half meter in the past 25 or 20 or 2050 parts of whole street main will be swallowed. Then you got Dhaka, Bang, Bangladesh. Now 70% of Bangladesh is forecast to be swamped by 2050. Approximately 20 million people are at home, including the capital of Dhaka, the largest city in the country, which is already threatened by annual coastal floods that have increased over the next decade. It is home to almost 9 million people, including migrants from Myanmar. The city capital faces a dual threat of rising sea and increasing river flooding. We got Norfolk, Virginia, in America. The seaside city of Norfolk offers tourists plenty of activities and several ship lands and military installations, but it's one of the U.S. cities most vulnerable to sea level rises. With assessments indicating that by 2050, certain parts may be underwater with Hurricane Isabel in 23, bringing severe flooding that raised concerns about future developments. Norfolk is among the southern cities, including Charleston, South Carolina, Savannah, Georgia, Virginia Beach, Wilmington, North Carolina, Baltimore, Maryland. It could be affected by rising sea levels. The strategic military hub faces the prospect of losing critical infrastructure that has defended America for generations. We got good old Amsterdam. Oh, gotta get there. I ain't been there yet. Not sure. Don't flood now. Amsterdam ranks on the least. No, Amsterdam ranks second on the list of. No, Amsterdam ranks on the list of vulnerable cities, with floods being nothing new for the capital of Netherlands, since 26% of the country is located below sea level, and the majority of urban areas are built around water bodies with flood potential. The city already has some of the world's most sophisticated flood control systems. However, the climate crisis rapidly worsens, slow rising projections put Amsterdam in a dangerous position. Even the Dutch master water management may prove insufficient against the scale of changes ahead. And we got Manila, Philippines. Few cities are vulnerable to sea level rises at metropolitan Manila, with the city of Philippines sitting around beneath sea level due to intense groundwater pumping. And despite hit by 20 typhoons a year on average, the city's poor drainage system struggles to keep pace with heavy rainfall and evacuate water fast enough to avoid flooding. The Philippines faces a perfect storm of natural disasters, poor infrastructure, and climate vulnerability. We got one, two, three more cities. We're on Italy. And that new whip, they called it cool whip. I had a nice dip, nice skinny shit, but not like Drake though. A different nigga though. A different nigga though. I wrote the trees cool. That's me though. If you know me, then it's me, bro. I keep going though at the night show. Very simple. I let it go though. Every single night I roll up drunk, and it keep me so cool. And I know that I'm faithful to myself, and that's real. real. And that's straight real, real, real. Yeah, yeah. I'd rather be real to myself than real to someone else. Keeping my power out like everyone else. I'm the darkest. I'm the farthest. I'm the only one that's going to repart into myself. Roll up the trees with myself. I got this whole thing listed down just for myself. It might sound selfish, but I got that remedy. Please know how it be. Hey, it's just me. That boy, he got it. I don't ever stop it. Keep going through the straight pit. And I'ma come out so definite. And I'ma come out more confident than they ever see. It's so damn specular. They could always call it peculiar, but they couldn't call it peculiar. Cause I got a rhyme that is like Bueller. You couldn't see me, so it's truer. If I got it down, then you know it's smoother. Real, 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 real. Hey, 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 hey. That's how I feel. Giving thanks to myself. Hey, and that's real, 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 real. Ain't giving no power to no one else. Hey, 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 hey. And that's real, 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 real. Keep it at you. Okay, so we back on. Finish these last few cities here, y'all. Um, so we got Key West, Florida. Man, I've been in the Key West, Florida. That was definitely a fun time for me and my wife. But yeah, Florida's famous Key West has already invested in massive infrastructure relocation projects before untold damage occurs, but experts estimate that parts of Key West will be underwater by 2040, requiring billions of dollars in preparation costs. A tropical paradise that America's southernmost tip faces as accelerated timeline of destruction. Predictions from the cities of the Key West, Galveston, and Seattle indicate that a significant percentage of livable land will be flooded by 2060, making them unsuitable for tourism, potentially destroying historic cities. These sites, the iconic republic's laid-back lifestyle cannot withstand the relentless of advance of rising waters. And we got London, England. That's a nice. I was going to go there too. I mean, all these spots I kind of want to go check out. I mean, all want to be on the bucket list, but what it is, do what you do. Global warming has put London at risk of sinking along with other major cities as rising sea levels spell and more flooding along the Downs. According to climate control or climate centric reports, with large parts of the capital going underwater without radical coastal reinforcement strategies, particular is vulnerable, and a lot of rivers that are set there aren't built correctly. The city has stood for nearly 2 millennia, faces this greater extensional threat. And then last but least, Bay Area on the U.S. West Coast, San Francisco Bay looks set to the most at danger from major flooding due to sea level rise. The climate control and coastal risk screening tool showing extreme flooding at locations around the bay, putting San Francisco, Fremont, Foster City underwater by 2050. Also underwater is the San Pablo National Wildlife Refuge, a tidal marsh, mud flats, and important wetland habitats in the county. The flooding rises up close to the line, growing town of Napa and capital Sacramento, the tech capital of the world, faces a future where innovation may not be enough to save it from nature revenge. Concluding, the stark reality facing these two city rivers is more than stats or scientific projections. Each represents millions of lives, centuries, cultures, and place where human heritage hangs in the balance. According to various climate research organizations, many people worldwide may be affected by rising sea levels, with coastal areas facing increased flood risk by 2050. Yet, isn't entirely lost. Cities worldwide are racing against time, implementing different innovations, flooding neighborhoods to help with the seawalls. The question isn't whether we can stop the water from rising, but whether we can adapt fast enough to save what matters. What do you think about these predictions? Tell me in the comments. All right. I think that did it for today, y'all. I'm going to step out. But salute to everybody out there. Glad to see we have some viewers today. Good salutes. You feel me? But yeah, good to see everybody out there. Till next time, we out here.